Alright, so today we're on Wateree River, Ridgeway by the dam. Checking out a couple of things. I made a scupper mount for my transducer, for my little Garmin unit there. Okay, right mode. And now we're just gonna do a little fishy. Well, there's a lot of big stuff near the bottom, and this is also a very rocky river, so it just be rocks. Now, I am using, it's not a GoPro, I'm using a DJI Action 4, and I've coupled it with soundpresence binaural microphones, so we'll see how all this turns out. Oh, a little breezy. Not ready to turn around just yet. Just got out here. So there's a pretty good variety of fish out here. There's panfish. I don't know about now, but Wateree River used to be known for its stripers. These guys on the bank need to be a little bit more careful. Just casted and missed me by like 2 feet. I hope that's not their goal, but I'll give them a little more room, because I want to fish on this side of the river. Seen a nice panfish caught so far, but I've got a rattle trap on here, so I'm pretty sure I'm not going to catch bluegill unless it's a very aggressive one, very large one, or a very hungry one. Okay. You just keep splashing over there. Then I've got a old school rooster tail on this one. It's a very light rooster tail. And river / drift fishing with it is probably not good, because it's not heavy enough to get any depth at all. I got another rooster tail. It looks like it might be a little bit bigger. Do we try it? Sure. No, it's not bigger. Never mind. Never mind. Getting hung on everything over here. Come on, Will. Alright, let's put that on for a moment. Go back to this. Current's picked up a good bit. A lot of bubbling up there at the dam. I don't know if y'all can see that at the bottom, but yeah, they've probably started letting some water flow. This river, especially in this area right behind the dam, will very rapidly change levels. It's definitely a lot deeper than I thought it was back here. Some spots it's been 10 feet. It's showing 7.8 feet right now. Thought I had a fish, but I believe we had a little snag. So I don't know if I went into any detail about these microphones. For anybody that doesn't know, they're binaural or 2-channel, meaning they record in stereo, but it also means that you get to hear things the way I hear them. So if you're wearing headphones, anything on the left side, you should be hearing on your left side. Anything on the right side, yeah. So like now I'm paddling on the right side, the left side. Right. And so if like there's a bird off to my left, if it gets my attention and I look up at it, you guys should hear the same thing as if you heard it in your left ear and turned to look at it. May have just lost this rattle trap. Nope. Okay. Must have just been hung on some rocks. I'll take it. Oh yeah, it steps up to 2. I don't know if you can see that. 2 foot. Right here. Back out a little bit here. Don't want to let it sink so fast because it caused us issues. Now we're starting to drop back. Ah, man, that felt like a fish for a second too. Must be a tree down right here. Just gonna drift past it and see if it'll come free like it did last time. If not, we'll call it a loss and move on. Yep, there it is. Okay, it's got some greenery on it, so grass, rocks with grass on them. Dragging this guy all through the grass here. Alright, 1.7 feet. Let's back it up a little. Try to keep this close to the top so I know there's a tree right there. Yeah, we got her in some grass. Now you guys can probably see it, but there's a huge rock field ahead of us. It stays deep on the right side, or deeper. Oh yeah, we're getting. I did not realize it was that shallow. Let's scooch over before we get in these rocks. Yeah, there you see it drops right off from 3.8 to 7 feet. So we'll stay right. Try to hug this drop off. Pull stuff. Let's see if we can pull anything up. So we'll go shallow, and then we'll come across and see if anything comes up out of the depths. I have had a really good time with little catfish. Yeah, 3/4 of a pound to a pound. Hitting artificial bait. I think it's the only place I've ever consistently caught catfish on cast and reel type deal. Usually it's, you know, throw it out and let it sit and be patient. I haven't used this depth finder enough to totally trust it. I typically only rely on depth finders for actually finding the depth of the water. I'm not sure how it does with showing the fish. I mean, it's fairly highly recommended on fairly good reviews and stuff, so but I don't really need it to find fish. I mean, I know some people really depend on them, but I'm a firm believer that fish can swim and they will come and go And unless you're fishing directly under the boat. Yeah, I think this cone for this transducer is at like something like a 23-degree angle or something, so it might cover the full 12 foot of this boat at 20 feet deep or something. This boat, this kayak. I apologize if I got the fishing reel all in your face. Need to get a camera mount, or either remember to bring my hat, because I can clip it on my hat and it does much better. As far as you guys get to look around wherever I'm looking, and you're up out of the way, or you're up high enough that I don't get in your way of seeing what's going on. I'm hoping to catch a couple for you guys. But who knows, that's why they call it fishing and not catching. So, I'll do my best and we'll go from there. Also, I have to keep in mind when drifting down the river like this that I also have to paddle back up the river. And I see that it gets really shallow, and the water is really rough up there, so we may not want to go up there. So I am not prepared for that. Yeah, I believe we are going to choose safety. Spin around and move back towards where we came from. I'm gonna scooch over here. Just scooch right over here next to you. There's one thing, if you're kayaking, especially like fishing kayak, I mean, if you're looking for challenges, that's a different thing. But if you hear the difference in how the river sounds ahead of you, there's a good chance that the conditions are changing. Don't want to get too far from the boat ramp anyway. I think I hear thunder off in the distance. And well, I'm typically not a person that's scared of storms. Being soaking wet, 6 inches off the water. In a thunderstorm, there's a lot better scenarios I could think of. I feel like that's an unnecessary risk. And for anybody that's thinking about getting into kayak fishing or boating or whatever, being on the water in general, make sure you're courteous of others. Especially me, like kayakers. A lot of times the boats running up and down the river will just blast you with their wake, and it's well, a kayak's meant to handle some waves. It makes for a very uncomfortable situation when you're being thrown around, when all they would have had to do is slow down to idle and pass you. Oh, I don't know if you guys could see that, but there was a huge wake going towards where this hit the water. Maybe we can tease it enough to... bottom. There, we gotta make an adjustment here. Let's see if I got anything else I want to try. Maybe just a different flavor of these cheap crab traps. Say cheap, this one's a Cordell, so. A lot of this stuff is stuff my brother left behind. I'm pretty sure that one that's on that we're using is a Timu one, which is fine if they catch anything, if they don't swim right or whatever. quickly without getting hooks in your finger. Yeah, I apologize if you guys are flopping all around. I should have done better. Stay out of the drink, jeez. Here, where's safer? Okay, now let's try to get back into position. We'll keep beating that side a little bit. Because the current's naturally gonna push me over there. We'll go up there and fish those sticks in a minute. Alright, let's see what we got here. Probably should have checked my drag and everything before. Okay, I believe we're alright. Now, something you probably want to do before you get on the water is know your tackle. I have no idea. I mean, this is pretty heavy line. I'm assuming it's a 12 or 14 pound test stack. Can't tell. I have no idea how long it's been on here. Like I said, it's my brother's stuff, and before I go and make a bunch of changes to it, I'd like to catch something kind of in his honor on his tackle. We're going to the bank quickly here. Back up a little bit. Running that hole. Is there something came after it for a brief second? Beat that area up a little bit. See if we can aggravate something enough to bite it. Ah, the wind's pushing me right over there. Oh yes. I don't know exactly what all this is going on up here. We're going to be kind of careful. I saw something decently sized. I think it's probably a gar. So it looked kind of long and skinny. Let's see if we get turned around again. So y'all can see where I'm casting. Now we'll see if we can do this without getting hung up bad. I'll try to get a little deeper up in there. Put it in the verse, Terry. Alright, fishy, we can't do that. You gotta act right now. There we go. Oh, yeah. Woo! Ah! What are you? It's a nice largemouth. Look at that. That's a beauty. See if I can unplug my camera here. I mean, unplug the microphone. Hoping y'all can still hear me. Alright. See if we can get this guy off and cut him loose. Oh, what I do with my pliers? I have pliers, I got my scissors. Right, come on, little buddy. I'm gonna get you off of here. That's probably 5 or 6 pounds. Let's get him back in the water. Swim away, buddy. Good job. Well, that was nice. That is the biggest largemouth I've ever caught. I would have thought that was a striper, the way he was fighting. Whew. Well, that was worth the trip right there. I did not even know there were big largemouth in here. The microphone came unplugged on the camera. I hope we didn't lose the audio. There wasn't much going on in the way of audio. Whew. I know there was a big stump right under the water here. I really don't want to hit my transducer. Man, that was great. I know they say if you do something act like you've done it before. I've never caught a bass that large in my life, so yeah, there's a little adrenaline, little excitement. Glad I got it on video. That's a video I'll clip and keep for a long time. I'll clip that picture out and yeah. Man, that was nice. I hope I didn't lose the audio. Probably have lost the audio. I'll do some voiceovers if I did. During the fight I lost the microphones, came unplugged. I just saw that they still weren't plugged completely in, so yeah, I gotta come up with a different way to record the videos. I'm glad that was a bass. I mean, a gar or whatever would have been fun. Like I said, I've caught some big gar and big catfish. Never a 4 to 5, 6 pound bass. That was amazing. Caught a bunch of little, 1 or 2 pounders. So when you go fishing, don't leave your pliers in the truck. trying to do better with the getting prepared, but this was the YouTube was not originally didn't originally think it would be fishing. I'm not sure what it was going to be, but I'm enjoying this. I hope you guys are. Man, it's going to be a burr. Anything off of these rocks over here or not? Let's try. But I'd snatch my other microphone out. Sorry, anything on the left side's been in my little bag for however long now. So these microphones look like headphones, and you put them in your ear just like headphones or earbuds, but they're not speakers. They're strictly microphones, and they use your ears to pick up the sounds as you would hear them. Okay. Back over here. Fishing on the left side bank. I have a luxury that they don't have currently. I can fish in other areas they can't, so I try to give them a little room. Oh, I'd love to get a striped bass now. Kind of stable here. Not really stable. We're drifting straight towards the rocks. Well, why did you do that? Pay attention to what you're doing. bit, time to sink. And straighten it all up. I imagine all of you have your heads turned to the side, trying to watch it. Move all that stream over here. We don't want to get too close to the left because all the people fishing over there. So we'll stop after this cast and slide back over a little bit. Straight towards the bank, so I'll have to get us a little rearward bump here. Pretty interesting watching some people try to load boats here at the river, even there's not a ton of current right now, but it makes it very challenging sometimes. That didn't work like I wanted it to, partially because I hit the water behind me. There we go. I believe that's close enough to the bank. Really don't want to get Any poison ivy dangling down on me. Again, poison ivy don't get along. Reposition myself upriver. Oh, fish on finder there. Reposition myself above them. Don't want to harass them. Towards the middle. Towards the middle. Got lines coming from the left bank. I got them fishing over here. Almost 12 feet out here, so I believe they've raised the water a little. So we got 11 feet right here. I don't know if my transducer moved. That's a very strange picture of the bottom. Yeah. Transducer's fixing to move if I run up on these fucking rocks. Oh yeah. Super shallow. 1.3. Get off the rocks. Get off the rocks. 8 feet. Just like that. Yep, 11 feet. Just like that. That's crazy. That was very strange. Nice smooth bottom there. I'm going to give it a few more casts, then we'll call it a day, I believe. Now, there are times when the water's high enough you can kayak back through there. I don't believe we're deep enough, and with me having the transducer in the boat, I really don't want to tear it off.